Diddy's case is just the smallest tip of the iceberg. Diddy is snitching, and the truth he's spilling is wild. Before we dive in, do me a favor. Hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next. So here's what's really going down with Diddy's leaked jail phone call. At first, it sounds harmless, just Puffy talking about pizza boxes. But this isn't about late night munchies. No. Pizza is actually a code word hiding something much darker. An underground network arranging illegal activities involving youngins.
What up? Yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Yeah, some people are writing that boxes sound like cages. You know, we have somebody talking about how Star Island is right next to a shipping unit and a very short drive from an international airport. And that's where Diddy lives. There's apparently a huge shipping place right near Diddy's home in Miami. And it's also been confirmed that Diddy's mansion did have underground tunnels. And some actually say that they connected to the Playboy mansion nearby. The scary part is that in certain circles, ordering pizza doesn't mean food. It's a way to describe arranging under-the-table deliveries of not-of-age ex-workers, as if they're menu items.
Is just as simple as ordering pizza. You could order as fast as 15 minutes. There's ads on social media and even gaming platforms that look exactly like this. You could select what age, height, and other really disturbing factors.
Now Puffy is starting to spill big names. One of the first people to get dragged into this mess, former Abercrombie & Fitch CEO Mike Jeffries. Mike just got arrested as part of an FBI probe into these ex-trafficking operations, but he was released on $10 million bond.
Abercrombie's recently arrested longtime former CEO was truly sick. Models say that they were essayed in a hotel suite that was made to resemble an Abercrombie store. They were then told to act like greeters in the store and that they had to impress two very important guests, this man and his business partner. Absolutely disgusting. Now, the CEO made his house and private jet staff dress up like Abercrombie models. And apparently he even fired his own jet pilot to replace him with a much younger man and got sued over it. Abercrombie even had to pay $50 million for racial discrimination in 2004, firing people who weren't white or considered brand positive. They went as far as to print out pictures of associates and scrawl racial epithets on them. Under that CEO, Abercrombie also sold this t-shirt with "Two Wongs Can Make It White" printed on the front, showing these two Asian figures. That he had Abercrombie sell thongs directed to little girls with the words "eye candy" and "wink wink" printed on the front. It's absolutely insane that all of this was not called out sooner.
So a total of 15 targets have come forward to say that Mike promised them modeling gigs, but really they were set up to do ex-trafficking work, including getting injections to make them hard because most of these models were straight and they were made to do gay acts with Mike and his business partner. Honestly, someone needs to arrest Mike's plastic surgeon too, because I mean, wow. But here's where it gets even more tangled. Mike Jeffries wasn't acting alone. There's actually a deep connection to Jeffrey Epstein, the most prolific PDF file ever, who, by the way, we have still not received his clients' names. This has all been hush-hushed. Also, these tapes that Jeffrey filmed just so magically happened to disappear.
Where they were using the modeling arm of Abercrombie & Fitch to trick young men into basically saying, we'll give you a job if you do a little diddling. And then they would fly the good ones out to events all around the world. And they would say that that could yield modeling opportunities with Abercrombie or otherwise benefit their careers. And so they were being tricked into like, oh, you did that one thing and now you're all clear. You got the job. Fly over to that other country. You're going to take lots of photos. It's going to be great. Surprise, you are now at a freak off. As in they literally had staff that ensured that men attending did not leave the events until Jeffries and Smith decided they were over. And there's all kinds of other things, like how they injected their to make them be able to participate if they were not otherwise capable. There's lots of other details about how this went down, because in 1988, Abercrombie & Fitch was bought by The Limited, now known as L Brands, the company that owns Victoria's Secret. And then they put Jeffries in charge basically right after. He was their guy. And if you're not familiar with The Limited, that is Leslie Wexner's brand. So if you're a millennial and you remember going to the mall to hang out with your friends and Hollister and Abercrombie were right across from each other and you like literally got cancer just from smelling the perfume as you walked by, that was the same company on both sides there. And both were literally running a giant trafficking ring. On behalf of Leslie Wexner, who put the dude in, like the dude who's just been charged was his guy, who he put in as CEO. Leslie Wexner was Jeffrey Epstein's boy. They were tied at the hip. They only mentioned Jeffrey Epstein 5 times on Leslie Wexner's Wikipedia page, and they try to kind of sterilize it to make it sound like it's like, oh, it was just like a little bit of money management, but no, it was not. I mean, he just retained him as a financial manager from that year to that year. It wasn't that big a deal. I mean, he only granted Jeffrey Epstein power of attorney over all of his assets, which, like, let's pause for a second and unpack what that means. That means that Les Wexner, the owner of Victoria's Secret and all of L Brands, including Abercrombie & Fitch, gave Jeffrey Epstein complete power over every single asset in his life. All of his billions of dollars, Jeffrey Epstein was allowed to send as much money as he wanted, anywhere that he wanted, at any time, without Leslie's oversight. He could open companies in Leslie's name. He could sell companies in Leslie's name. He had complete control over everything Leslie owned if he wanted to exercise
Now,
it.
here's the real plot twist. Ashton Kutcher might have a connection to Mike Jeffries and even Epstein. Yeah, Ashton Kutcher, the actor and former Abercrombie & Fitch model who has been vocal about fighting against human trafficking. Rumors are swirling that his involvement with Abercrombie wasn't as innocent as it seemed. Could Kutcher have been deeper in the mix than people realize? Was he just another face for the brand? Or did he know more about what was going on behind the scenes? The puzzle pieces are falling into place, and the bigger picture looks darker than anyone imagined, because Ashton is planning to relocate to Europe to distance himself from this drama. This is just the start, and more names could come out soon. If you found this deep dive eye-opening, do me a favor. Hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, because there's a lot more to uncover, and I'll keep you posted as the story develops.